Hello, hello, hello. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I, as you can see, I'm in a hotel. I'm out of town, like Shannon said. So let me see. Let me make sure this volume up. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. All right. Hey, this is the first live of 2023. You might hear some noise because they moved my room this morning, and I'm right across from where they eat at and I guess drink at nighttime, so I can hear them, but y'all might not. Hopefully, y'all can't hear them, so we'll see. How y'all doing? Welcome. Okay, well, I said loud and clear. All right, thank you, wifey. We here. We got sound effects, so we checked on there. Let me see you all in here. Let me go to this. Act like I ain't did this in a while. I was teasing Shannon the other day because she hadn't been live in a while. I said, you remember what you're doing? I gotta remember what I'm doing. Hey, how you doing, Joy? Welcome, welcome. Joy had an awesome live on Sunday. I was in there checking it out, listening as much as I could. How you doing, Jody Ann? Welcome, welcome. My wife, Narc Free Living. Hey, check my wife out, Narc Free Living, man. She always doing phenomenal, man. She was live on Saturday. I was in class. I was in real estate class. I still got to go back and watch that live. Doing breaks, I was able to catch up and hear some of it. But how y'all doing, man? It's 2023. We're already 11 days into 2023 already. Hey, how you doing, Kara C? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. Y'all hit the like button as y'all come in. Let me see. Joy says she ready. My sister's always ready. How you doing, Jasmine? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. God bless y'all. I'm so happy to see everybody. Y'all remember me now. I wasn't live last week, so I took 1 week off, and I think I haven't taken a week off since 2021 when Shannon and I got sick with we got sick. That's the last time I've been off. I've been going strong, so I took that 1 week break, but I'm gonna look at maybe taking another break. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. How you doing, Kara? Say excited to be here with you. Flush the narcs instead of shooting them in the hotel. Hey, how you doing, Tony? Welcome, welcome. Yes, see, I got my Knuck If You Buck t-shirt on. So if y'all want to get your Knuck If You Buck t-shirt, you can go to www.faithbasedworkplace.com. You see it scrolling at the bottom of your screen. You can check that out. Hey, Deborah, how you doing? Louisiana native in the house. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Let me see. I'm still going through. Let me see. Did I miss anybody? Hey, how you doing, Sherry? Welcome, welcome. God bless you. Thank you for being here. We gotta get more sound effects. I'm about to give me some more sound effects. Man, thank y'all for being here. Let's go over things right quick. If you want to follow Shannon, most of y'all already following. If you're not, you missing out. Phenomenal woman of God. I'm not just saying it just because she's my wife. She always doing something. So check her out. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, her website, because she got shirts and hoodies and all kinds of sweatshirts and things over there. Plus, she got anointing oil, so you can go over there to northfreeliving.com to check that out. Like I said, we big on supporting others, and trying to, promote people as much as we can. 2023 gonna be a little bit different. I'm getting away from certain things I used to do, but I'm still gonna be the regular old Solomon, but can't do the same thing I was doing last year. You know what I'm saying? I gotta learn from my mistakes. So certain things we're just not gonna do moving forward. So we laying down different ground rules. I mean, I'm still gonna support people and promote them as much as I can, but you also gotta not be hey, how you doing, Shelly? Say Chicago in the house. All right. Yeah, you can't keep doing the same things you did the year before. You gotta learn from your mistakes. So if you're not learning, they got a saying, you're not living. That's what they say. I hit the wrong one, actually. I wasn't supposed to hit the gong hit, but yeah, exactly what my wife said. Don't be a fool, because a lot of times we get in these friendships and we get in these relationships, and then we can be the best child of God, read our Bibles, praying every day, praying for other people, even though people doing us wrong. But like Shannon said, don't be a fool about it. You know what I'm saying? You can pray for people, you can love people, but you can do all that stuff from afar too if you need to. That's where no contact, and that's where all these different things come from. So hey, I'm just saying, you ain't got to believe me. You do what you want to do, but I'm just saying. If you want to follow me, hey man, Instagram, TikTok, my website. You want to get Knuck If You Buck t-shirts, Knuck If You Buck hoodies. I got some people in the chat ordered their shirts. Some people got their hoodies and stuff. Hey, how you doing, Mended Mahogany? Welcome. So, go to the website, order some shirts is another way to, show love, or just order something nice. I like to go. It's nice and shiny. If you want to order that. We're gonna be changing that website up a little bit, still updating and stuff. So I'm getting some stuff done. And if you're looking to buy a house or anything gotta promote myself. I got to. If you're looking to buy a house or anything, you're in the state of Texas or even anywhere in the country, give me a chance to help you out. You know what I'm saying? Reach out to me. I need to put Shannon be putting it out. Because I got a website too. It's called Savoy Realty Group. If you do that, www.Savoy Realty Group, you'll see my website pop up with the brokerage and everything I work at. So you can say I'm not lying to you. I'm really a real estate agent. Actually, I just took my last course. And you can follow me on LinkedIn as well. So I post more over there about real estate and things like that. And I also have a real estate TikTok as well and a real estate Instagram. So you follow me on TikTok and Instagram, the real estate side, you'll see some of those posts. But hey, gotta do what you gotta do. Hey, domestic violence. If you're dealing with domestic violence, you're a man, woman, boy, or girl, 1-800-799-SAFE. Once again, that's 1-800-799-7233. And that's for anybody that's dealing with domestic violence. And then a National Suicide Prevention Hotline. I actually listened to the radio when I was driving down here. They said they've been getting overwhelming calls over the last 3 or 4 months, like way more than what they usually have gotten in any course, I guess, in history. And they said it was going to the 988. They was getting a lot of calls, a lot of texts over the last few months. They said mental health awareness is real. And then a lot of people, since they came out that 988 number, they getting so many texts, they don't have enough people to actually support it. They're trying to do the best they can. So just remember, if you do call this number or you do text that 988 number, they getting overwhelmed with calls, but just give them a chance to reach out to you or at least help you if you're dealing with that kind of stuff. You got an AC unit back behind me making noise. I don't know what's going on back here. Always something. And then also, man, if you want to join the channel, I'm going to be recording some videos. Actually, this weekend, I'll make sure I get some videos recorded. Check me out. We got different videos. We got different posts, different pictures. You know what I'm saying? I'll get pictures of myself and Shannon and post that in there. And I'm getting ready to take a trip soon, so I know I'll be posting some more pictures of Shannon and myself and me or whatever. But yeah, check out. That's how you join the channel. That's how you become a faith-based workplace member as well. So what else we got? Let me see. I ain't been on here in so long. How y'all doing? Hey, how you doing, Teresa Garcia? Blessings. How y'all doing? Let me see. Where the sound? Let me see. Where is that? I ain't changed that. That's still one of my favorite sounds. Jody-Ann and dancing. I know my wife used to be dancing too. That's her favorite sound, I think. What else? I'm trying to think, man. How did y'all? You said, are y'all going to? Nah, I ain't going to the Bahamas. Nah, not yet, Jasmine. Not yet. Not going there yet. I don't know if I'm going there this year or next year, but hey, who knows? But man, how y'all 2022 ended, and how do y'all, how y'all 2023 going so far? I mean, 11 days in. Got things going on all around us, good and bad, but, praying for y'all. People got different issues going on. Some of us got, raises and promotions and started new jobs and started new careers and all kind of things going on. Year 2023, some of y'all starting off hitting over the fence already, like we say in baseball. So y'all doing good already. I said my second favorite toilet is the toilet flush. There you go, Karen. I don't know why that's her second favorite. Hey, it is what it is. Everybody like what they like. Tonight, I don't know how much we're going to laugh with. Sometimes we have these serious subjects. But tonight we're talking about abuse does not define you or who you are. Abuse does not define you or who you are. And I'll talk about this before I even get into the message. What you have to understand is that we all have been through abuse in some way, shape, or form, whether there was a parent another family member, a friend, a husband, or a wife. Yes, women abuse men as well. I talked about this a lot on this channel. So if you don't know, now you know. So we all have experienced abuse in some way, shape, or form. And then they also have these people that we call, and I talked about this before, if you heard me, narc sympathizers. They will say that the narcissist has been through abuse, so they should get a pass. How many of y'all agree with that the narcissist should get a pass because they have been through abuse? And the reason behind it is they've been through abuse, so that's why they have now become the abuser. How many of y'all agree that the narcissist, or not just narcissist, but anybody that is an abuser, SER, should get a pass because they have been through abuse as a child or an adult? Just a simple yes or no will suffice. I'll wait till a few answers pop up, and I actually type my answer in. Let me type mine in right now. Let me see. Where is it at? Here it goes. Let's see. Oh, saying some no. Hey, how you doing, MB Joes? I'm with y'all. No, it look like no's going across the board. Deborah said no. MB Joe said no. Jody Ann say no way. My wife said nope. It helps us understand, but it's still not right. Carol said no. Sherry said no, sir. Jammer say, bro, come on, no. Minnie Mahogany say no. Teresa Garcia say no, I don't believe. Well, the reason why I asked, it's funny. I asked because, like I said, we have what I just said, narc sympathizers. And you have, obviously, narcissists. You have people that suffer from narcissism. And you have people that are narcissistic. Most of those people that I just mentioned with the N, besides the, that was N, narc sympathizers too, will say that the narcissist should get a pass because they have been through abuse. And we all agree that it is a outstanding a no, but they go disagree with you and tell you that the narcissists, they've been through troubled times. They experience things as a child that people might not have seen before. Or they'll say things like, they were abused by a few different people in their family member. Or they'll say they was abused by a cousin or a mother or a brother or a father. It goes on, but how you doing, Desiree and Jack? Good evening, good evening. But I can sit here before you. You ain't never heard some of my stories. I try to share, as many facts as I can. I was abused as a child. Let's start there. I was abused as a child. And I told the story before. I think I was 8, 9, or 10. Happened a few times. I really didn't know what was going on. The first time I didn't know. I know it was different. I'm not supposed to be doing this. As far as I know, but it was with a cousin, an older cousin. Not 30 years older than me or anything. I think she was no more than about 8, 9 years older than me. But anyway, my point is, hey, how you doing, Charlene? Greetings from Florida. My point is, I was abused, and I didn't grow up and become a narcissist or grow up, in my 20s and 30s and 40s and become an abuser. I didn't grow up and started abusing people knowing that I didn't like abuse when it happened to me. I didn't grow up and have to have narc sympathizers or narc enablers or narcissistic people cheering me on saying, you get what I'm saying. And I could probably go out on a limb and say that some of y'all in the chat were abused and you didn't grow up as a narcissist or a narc sympathizer and you're not supporting the narcissist. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that. I think exactly, Teresa. It's a choice. So if it's a choice, let me put that up there. I'm glad somebody said it. Thank you for that, Teresa. Let me find it right quick. Hold on. Let me scroll down. Let's see. All right, we got it. It's a choice. So if it is a choice, and I made the choice not to be an abuser, you made the choice not to be an abuser, is it safe to say that the narcissist or abuser, either way, made a choice to continue abusing people after they was abused? Simple yes or no. Simple yes or no. I mean, I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes, just like Teresa just said as a choice. I'm gonna say yes that they making a choice to continue abusing people. And remember, abuse is not just physical. I don't want y'all to. The story I just told y'all about myself was physical, but we have financial, we have mental, we have emotional, we have all these different abuses. But my point is the narcissist or the abuser continues to do this to people. Notice I said people because they don't stop at one person. They continue doing it to people. It could be different family members. It could be, I didn't talk about people in the workplace. It could be all these different people that are being abused by the person that was abused 15, 20, 30, 40 years ago. But yet and still this person is continuing to abuse the people around them. But yet and still we got narc sympathizers and people like that that want to give these people a pass. Makes no sense, does it? How you doing on day? Welcome, fam. It makes no sense. It actually boggles my mind. It kind of messes with my spirit a little bit when I hear people take up for people like this, because immediately I go back to thinking when I was abused, and I go back to looking at my life. I'm 44 years old. I'll be 45 this year. I'll go back to looking at when that happened when I was 8 or 9 and looking at where I'm at right now. And I'm not an abuser and I'm not a narcissist. And I don't know. It's like we say on here, the math not mathing. So there's no way you can give them an excuse. And then you take somebody like me or my wife Shannon or others that's in the chat, and we've been through abuse, and just saying, just boggles my mind. I mean, I don't know what the narc sympathizer or the narc enablers or the flying monkeys actually thinking. And then the crazy thing is some of them have been abused as well. I'm talking about the narc sympathizers, the enablers, and the flying monkeys. They have been abused maybe by the narcissists that they're taking up for in different ways, whether it's physical, verbal, or whatever. And yet and still they taking up for somebody that am I making sense? Maybe I'm talking to myself. Maybe in 2023 we're not ready for this conversation about abuse. Maybe it's not the time to talk about abuse. Maybe I should change the subject and we make it a little bit more light, and maybe we could talk about things that's going on in the world, like NFL and hey, how you doing, Carmen? Welcome. All these other things. We can talk about the NFL and politics and all this other stuff, because I think when you touch on abuse and then you hear a man talk about abuse and then you talk about everything that I just stated, and we're going to get into some deeper stuff, I think as we go on, you begin to understand that narcissists don't deserve, notice the key word, I'm going to say it again, narcissists, hey, how you doing, lovely kids, welcome. Narcissists do not deserve a pass. I'm going to say this again. Narcissists do not deserve a pass because they've been through abuse. 2023 moving forward, I don't remember what we did last year, but I can tell you right here, 1/11/2023 moving forward, and I've been stopped giving them a pass anyway. I'm not giving a person that was abused as a child an excuse to continue abusing people because I was abused and I'm not abusing people. So therefore, it doesn't add up and it doesn't make sense. And I don't even know how lawyers can be lawyers and sit there in the courtroom and say, well, my client was abused as a child. And some of them dumb lawyers, yeah, I know they got people that are book smart, but they lack common sense. They just want their client to win. They're getting paid. But some of these lawyers were abused as a child, and they not abusers, but they use that to get their client off. Y'all follow what I'm saying? That doesn't make sense. So you, the lawyer, you were abused as a child, but here it is, your client then abused multiple people, and you saying they were abused as a child, so they should get off. That's dumb. That doesn't make any sense. Because you're a lawyer and you're not abusing people, but you basically being a flying monkey or an enabler to allow this person to get off. And some of them get off. I'm just saying. We're just having a conversation. We ain't even started yet. Charlene said they're not talking about it in the church. Well, the one thing about the church, I can't say this. Charlene, you are right. You are right. The four-wall church, yeah, they don't talk about things like this. And the reason being is because some of these pastors are part of this abuse cycle that I'm talking about. And remember, it's not always physical. Some of them are, let's go down this, will a man rob God? That's one of my favorite verses that they love to use. Let's talk about this right quick since Charlene brought it up. See, some of these pastors abusing the church money. What I mean by that, they take 5 tithes before we even start church. I mean, I just walked in and they got the basket in my face and we got to give $20, $30. And then you sit down, they sing one song and they pass the baskets again. And then before the pastor comes up, they pass the basket one more time. And then right after he preached, they pass the basket. But this time they change it and say they want you to give to the building fund, the pastor love offering, and your tithes and offering. But I said this before. If you watch one of my old videos, how you doing? I seen somebody just come in. I didn't see their name. Let me see. I like to speak it to everybody as much as I can. I don't know who you were. I know I seen somebody come in. Welcome. Because I don't see it, but yeah, welcome. But my point is, they abuse tithes and offering. Let me exit this over here. The YouTube thing that shut down over there. So hopefully I'm still alive. Y'all can hear me. Hopefully just give me a thumbs up or a yes, because I got a screen over here. But you know, in the hotel Wi-Fi, maybe it ain't the strongest. And you start talking about stuff, people don't like that. People in the other room might be a pastor. I don't know. But my point is, they abuse that will a man rob God and have all these different tithes and offering. And before you know it, they asking for your W-2. They asking for your current paycheck stub and all these other things. And you sitting there like, man, I got to do all this to come to church. I mean, I want to get, baptized. I want to hear the word. I want to, maybe listen to some of this singing, this good singing. But I mean, I didn't come here to give, all my money. Now, if God puts it on you to give your money to the church, I'm not against that. But my point is, I think they be overdoing it. Not all churches, but a lot of churches, they overdoing it and they're abusing. They have an abusive spirit and an abusive power. So they tend to, abuse that. Is my point. But we have to understand that sometimes, people do things because they let it get to their head, like they say, and next thing you know, it's a power struggle or whatever words you want to use. But the pastor is in a position, and I understand. Don't get it twisted. I understand the church is a business because this building has lights and water and other bills, property taxes, and I understand that has to be paid, and the money has to come from somewhere. But I'm saying sometimes, that's what I was getting to before that things froze over there. Sometimes I've been in churches where they have a building fund. Maybe it's just me, but the building fund, that Mercy, that's who it was. Hey, how you doing? The building fund, we've been giving to this building fund for 30 years, and we even bought a 1 foot by 1 foot piece of grass to build this building up. So my question is, if we got a building fund, when we gonna build this church? I'm just saying. How you doing, Kyle? I'm just curious. When are we gonna build this church? I mean, I'm gonna pass away before the church is built. We've been doing it since I was 10, and I'm 44. We ain't putting out one piece of wood up. We ain't bought the grass yet, but we giving to the building fund. Just keep that in mind next time. I ain't trying to be funny, but I'm just keeping it real. I mean, I know some of y'all been to these churches too that they've been doing building funds for 50 years. They ain't built nothing yet. They ain't built the school. They ain't added on to the church. Matter of fact, the pews that we sit on are falling apart. We ain't even replaced them, but we giving to this. We got $1 million in the building fund, supposedly, but we can't even fix our own pews in the church. The carpet, I'm a safety man. You know what I got to say the background, but my point is the carpet sticking up when I walk by, I trip and almost fall down. That's a safety issue. And then if I fall, now I got to sue the church, but we got a building fund with $1 million and we can't replace the carpet or the pew. Okay, I'm going to get off of that. I'm just saying. My wife said, we're not speaking about good churches. There are some awesome ministers out there. This is true. This is true. I'm just, I'm just keeping it real, as best I can. So just understand that the narcissist or nobody that has abused you or that's an abuser should get a pass just because they are a narcissist or, well, just because they were abused in the past. Okay. So, I mean, I'm like, I mean, I know What you want me to do with that? Let me put the chat right here since we shut down YouTube. But I'm gonna put the chat so we can see it on the screen so that I can kind of keep up. Or they say God loves a cheerful giver. However, he hates abuse. God would not be mocked. Financial abuse in the church is real. See, she got real in all caps that tells you that this is real. This is serious. It is. It is. What Jasmine say? Jasmine say, one day I'm going to tell y'all a story about when a coworker was a usher at the church in Oak Cliff. They were taking up so many offerings, and then somebody, side chick, got a brand new tennis. I believe you. I believe you. How you doing, HT? Welcome, welcome. So let's go ahead and get into this message. Let me scroll down. Let me get into this message. Hold on. Let's see where we at. So again, this message is titled, if you're just coming in, please hit the like button if you haven't. Invite a couple friends over, because this might be one of those ones where people that have been abused, no matter what kind of abuse it is, they might learn something. They might figure out some things. See, abuse does not define you or who you are. A lot of people let the abuse that they been through as a child. How you doing, Coach Tisha? How you doing, sis? They let that abuse that they've been through as a child affect them as an adult. And we're gonna break this down through this next hour and a half, or however long we on here. They let the abuse that happened to them as a child, listen to me good, it happened to them when they was 4, 5, 6 years old, 10-year-old, 15-year-old, whatever age it is, 30-year-old, whatever. But my point is, they let that abuse that happened years and years ago still determine what they're doing today. You know, they got some people that don't leave their house because they didn't been abused, and they scared to go outside. I forgot the name for that, but I know some of y'all intelligent people here know the name. They would not leave their house. So their grocery get delivered to their house. They don't leave out that front door or that back door. They stay in their house 24/7. I'm not talking about due to COVID. I'm talking about due to abuse that happened to them many, many years ago, or some kind of trauma. They don't leave their house. What does anybody remember what they call? I can't remember. There you go, Charlene. Thank you. I told you we got some intelligent people over here. I knew somebody was gonna say it. Let me scroll down. Hold on. I hit the wrong one. There we go. There you go. So these people don't leave the house because of abuse or traumas and things like that. So that goes back to what I'm saying. That abuse that happened years ago is now affecting how they live their life today and tomorrow and next year, because they're not going to leave their home because of abuse. And when I say abuse, I mean, you can put rape up there. You can put all these things in there, and you begin to understand that these people are affected. It's no different than like somebody that wouldn't witness a trauma like in a military thing, and you get PTSD. I'm talking about PTSD on a whole nother level, where the slightest slap on the table, they diving on the ground, or they have a vision or an image from something from Iraq or Vietnam or wherever, and they diving to the floor and having flashbacks and waking up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat. These, if you think about it, the PTSD and the abuse and the trauma are all similar. They all have some leading indicators of why that happened. I don't know if y'all remember that video I did. I don't think that was last year. I think it was the year before. It's called A Root Cause of Narcissist Abuse. So you got to get to the root cause of your trauma. But in this particular video, you got to get to the root cause. Hey, how you doing? We're one body in Christ. God bless you. Thank y'all for being here. She said, let me see. Hold on. Let me go down. Let me see. Said, good evening, everyone. New subscriber that heard about this channel via Norfolk Living. Your anointed, beautiful wife. Oh, God bless you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And thank y'all for subscribing to the channel. We welcome all new subscribers. We do things a little bit different over here. We are one body in Christ. Tonight is one of those nights where you came on a serious night, but you know, it's one of the topics that need to be discussed. So you know, abuse is going to affect people differently too. And it's not a race thing. It's not a black or white or Asian or Hispanic. That's no. Abuse is going to affect people differently. It doesn't matter if you're a boy or a girl or a man or woman. Abuse is going to affect you differently. It's going to affect you if you don't handle the abuse. And when I say handle, I mean get help for it. See, if you don't get help for situations that you're in, see, some of us are going through situations, and it's not that we're afraid to ask for help. Okay, well, some of us are afraid to ask for help. Let's put that out there. Some of us don't want to ask to help because we have this thing called, what is the word? I know it. It's ego. And it's not just a man thing. We have this ego about us, and we think that we don't need the help. You ever heard somebody say, now you know them, you didn't grow up with them, and you know them, they've been through more abuse and traumas than you can, and you ask them, man, you ever went seek counseling or therapy or even before they had life coaches, but now you can say a life coach, what's the first thing out of their mouth? Man, I don't need none of that. I ain't gonna talk to them people. Okay, well, how is that working out for you, brother and sister? Because pride, there you go. Thank you, pride. That's another one. So how is that working out for you? Not talking to the professionals that can help you. How is that working out for you for not bringing this to God and saying, God, I have an issue with the abuse that I had happen to me as a child, and here I am as an adult trying to have a healthy marriage or just trying to function in life, and I can't because I don't want to go talk to the counselors. I don't want to talk to the therapists, and I don't even want to talk to you, God, because I'm a man or I'm a grown woman. I'm just gonna handle it. But yet it still is eating your way inside, and you talking about you handling it. No, it's more like the abuse is handling you. And that's why I said what I said about the people that don't leave their house because of traumas and abuse. So now the abuse thing got you to a point where you don't leave your house. The abuse thing got you to a point where you don't talk to people. And I'm talking about strangers, I'm talking about people that you won't even talk to them because your pride, your ego got the best of you. And now the trauma and the abuse has taken it to a whole nother level. And now you're sitting there wondering how, why, how did I get here? Hey, how you doing? Let me see. I think I'm saying this right. Antoinette Giles. Welcome. Thank y'all for being here. God bless you. My mother abused me. Her mother abused her. I've watched her suffer as a child, and she turned around and treated me the same way her mother treated her. And see, that's what happens. We didn't talk about this cycle of abuse. And over on my wife's channel, she always talk about breaking the chains because see, if you don't break the cycle, it's gonna continue on. If you don't be the chain breaker, like my wife says, she says it a lot. If you don't be the chain breaker, this abuse is going to show its ugly head. You might not abuse your children, but then if your children see their grandmother or something like, you know what I'm saying, and it chances are one of them will become an abuser. But if you're a chain breaker, or if you just go, break that cycle or whatever words you want to use, if you do that, then things can start to change. But it's going to have to happen with you. How you doing, Lyricist? Welcome, fam. It's going to have to happen with you or with me. We got to sit there and say, enough is enough. But thank you for sharing that with us, and God bless you. Anybody go through any kind of abuse, trust me, I feel you. Like before y'all came in, I was just talking about the abuse that I went through. I didn't go into details or anything. It's not needed for the details, but just know that I was abused as well as a man. I was abused as a child by an older cousin. Now it could have affected me in a way where I became a narcissist, or maybe I became an abuser, or maybe I was not leaving my house, but it didn't affect me in that way. I can say that, I want to make sure I say this right. I can say that in my situation, I can't talk about everybody else's situation because it's different. I can talk about mine. In my situation, I know that abuse that happened, I'm not saying it didn't change me. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying, it made me who I am today. And we're going to discuss this a little bit further. We still haven't really gotten into the message, forgive me, but just going around talking about a few different things. So it made me who I am today. And that's not a bad thing because think about it. I'm on YouTube talking about abuse in front of, I'm not going to say y'all strangers, y'all family, but my point is I'm able to talk about it and share. And we got so many people in this world won't tell nobody about the abuse. And I understand why. And I'll tell you why some of us won't tell people about abuse. Because that first person we tell about the abuse don't believe we were abused. So therefore, why would we tell somebody else? Okay, I'm going to say that a different way so y'all can understand what I'm saying. I told my mother about the abuse, and guess what? She said it didn't happen. Let that sink in for a second. I told my mother about the abuse. I'm talking about myself. I ain't making up stories. And she said, no, that didn't So when you tell a person that raised you and the person that loved you that, hey, I was abused by a cousin, and they don't believe you, why would I turn around and tell somebody else? I'm just saying. I mean, I know I'm not the only one. Other people have been in those situations too, where you told somebody and they didn't believe you, and here it is. What you supposed to do with that? You go tell a person that you thought would protect you, and they don't. And then now, I'm just saying, just think about what I'm saying. I'm not making up stuff. I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying, get all emotional, anything like that. I'm just being real with y'all. When they say, come on, Solomon, someone needs to hear that. It's true. I think we all need to hear situations like that. That's why I tell my story about the ex, about what happened with Honduras and all that, because people need to hear that, because I know it's not just me. I'm not the only one who went through that. How you doing, Lolly? Welcome. Make sure y'all hitting the like button. Thank y'all for being here. Share the live out right now. If you think, somebody can learn from this, if you think a man can learn from this and they've been abused, invite them over. Hey, if they don't even talk in the chat, hey, that's cool. They can just sit here and listen, and then maybe they can learn something that way by seeing a man talk about abuse and show that it affected me, but it's not the end all be all. It's not go. You get what I'm saying? All right, y'all. Let's keep moving. Hold on, let's get back into this. Hold on. I ain't never really got into it, but let's get into it right now. We're gonna get into the mess. It's 7:39. We ain't really got into it, but we did. We're doing good. We're doing good. So we all have witnessed or been a part of abuse in some way or form. In some way or form, we have all witnessed or been a part of some type of abuse. Remember, physical, emotional, mental, financial. We all have witnessed that in some way, shape, or form. But what I want you to understand is some people let the abuse assume them. It's like what I alluded to earlier. They don't leave their homes. They stop talking to certain people. They stop hanging around family. It's not that they don't love their family. It might be Uncle so-and-so or Auntie such and such, or cousin who it is. And that's where I'm getting these names from, just popping in my head. But my point is, they let that affect them so much that they take the whole family and don't want to talk to none of them. And there's reasons behind it. It might be the reason, like I just said, it might be that they told someone in the family didn't believe them. Therefore, they like, and the family is weird. We see this too often in society, and we see it in families. The person that was abused, the abusee got abused. They go tell somebody about the abuser and his uncle or auntie such and such. And the family take up for the abuser and let the abusee go out on their own. Make that make sense. Somebody make that make sense. How I can go tell about the abuse. This doesn't happen in my situation, but I've seen it. I can go tell that I was abused, and the family turn their back on me and support the abuse. And notice I didn't say where they do that at, because they do that everywhere. It doesn't make any sense. So you go let the abuser, Uncle Ruckus, or Auntie Sarah, whoever their name is, you gonna let them stay in the family, but you gonna make your child or your cousin or whatever be a black sheep of the family because Uncle Ruckus and Auntie Sarah the one abused them? Is this a society thing? I mean, I'm not being funny. Is this society? Is that's why we do this? Or is this just the family don't want the story to get out? Oh, that's what it is. It's coming to me, not God. Okay, so I think it's more that the family don't want the story to get out that they cousin or their uncle is abused. So therefore, they take the family member that was abused and push them out. Therefore, they killing the story. Shannon had a thing she had wrote and a video she had did about Pass the Peas. You need to go check that out. Basically, they take the story of the abuse, sweep it under the rug, take the person that's not a black sheep and cast them out because Uncle Ruckus cannot go to prison. Because if he go to prison, now it's going to get out that Uncle Ruckus not only abused that person, Uncle Ruckus abused 6 or 7 other the children in the. Yeah, y'all don't. I know y'all don't want to talk about this. I know this. I didn't know this was gonna go like this, but I know y'all probably don't want to talk about that because Uncle Ruckus, you might have an Uncle Ruckus in your family. Yes, the name might be different, but you get what I'm saying. And Uncle Ruckus get to stay in the family, and you're an outcast because you said that Uncle Ruckus abused you. That's what I think about Uncle Ruckus and Auntie such and such when it comes to families. And that's what I think about families that take the, hey, how you doing, David? That's what I think about the families that take the abuser side. So basically the family becomes the lawyer, the judge, and the executioner. The family on their own becomes the lawyer, y'all listening to this, the judge, and the executioner, because you brought up that you was abused by Uncle Ruckus. It never hit me to just now. I'm not even making this. It never hit me to just now that the family basically judging you based off of something that you told that was truthful, but basically telling you that you lying. So the family, when I say family, I'm talking about, it could be 5, 10, 15 of them gaslighting you. And you know the abuse is real because you was there, but they gaslighting you. And we didn't even know what gaslighting was back then, but they gaslighting you and letting you know and telling you that no, Uncle Ruckus never touched you. Hey, how you doing, Jessica Cloud? No, Uncle Ruckus would never do that. But guess what? This is not the first time that a story came up about Uncle Ruckus abusing somebody in the house. This the third time. This the fifth time. But yet and still the family continues to take up for Uncle Ruckus. Oh, it's deeper than what I thought it was going to be. The family takes up for Uncle Ruckus and throw you under the bus. That makes no sense. So is it, we walking this out, is it that the whole family is narcissists, or we got a couple like, grade A narcissists in the family and then everybody else just flying monkeys and enablers and narc sympathizers? Or is it that Uncle Ruckus maybe has, everybody know what the skeletons, buried and all this, how they say that, or the body's buried, the skeletons in the cloud. Is it that Uncle Ruckus has dirt on people in the family? That's why they don't want to. Could be a bunch of different things. But my point is, how can you support the abuser when it's not the first time that he has abused? I'm gonna say that one more time. How can you support the abuser when it's, and I'm saying he could be a he or she, because you got these people like to come in here. I'm gonna say they. It's not their first time getting accused of abuse. I mean, one time, even I'm gonna believe it no matter what, but it's like, okay, maybe that child, but we get the 3, 4, 5, 6 times, and Uncle Ruckus or Auntie Cher, whoever their name is all part of this abuse. At some point, sometimes somebody in the family got to stand up and say enough, because it's no way all these children lying on Uncle Ruckus. It's no way all these people lying on Auntie. It's no way everybody lying on cousin. It's just no way. No way. So basically, people let the abuse control them over and over. And I think it's because of things I said, because the family cast them out. The family gaslight them. And then the family, basically, you move away from the family, you go to a whole nother city. And that's why we in YouTube channels and TikToks and things like that, trying to find us a new family. We going to God praying hard because you know that you were abused, but you're trying to figure out, like, why is the family believing? I just told you. Just listen to what I just said again. The family supporting the abuser because they don't want to get the family, they don't want to let the family little dirty secrets get out in the community. Because, see, on Facebook, the family presents themselves as, churchgoers, tithers, doctors, and lawyers. They successful. So they can't let Uncle Ruckus smear the, he's not even Uncle Ruckus. They can't let Solomon or Shannon tell that they was abused and then that smear the family name, because now the Facebook, everybody gonna be, now thousands and thousands of people gonna start going to this Facebook. Oh, the whole family just abusers. See, so they can't let that get out, because they let that get out. Oh, all hell is going to break loose then. So, okay, I figured that out. Okay, I had to walk it out a little bit, but okay. Okay, I got you. Breaking news. So that is. So moving forward. So trauma is an emotional response to a terrible event like an accident, rape, or a natural disaster. There can be returning emotions. I mentioned flashbacks earlier, and physical symptoms like headaches or nausea. So if you think about this, that trauma, that rape, that abuse, it can bring back flashbacks. Remember, I mentioned the waking up in a cold sweat. screaming out, calling out that person's name, things like that, because your mind is still like, this just happened to you. You know what I'm saying? Basically like it just happened yesterday. You reliving this abuse and this trauma over and over and over and over again. You reliving that trauma that happened in Iraq, or that trauma that happened right in your bedroom. You get what I'm saying? You reliving that over and over again. Let's get into this first Bible verse. So Proverbs 22:10, drive out a scoffer. There's a scoffer or a scoffer. You know, I say all my words wrong. Country. It might be scoffer. I don't know. I be saying scoffer. I say it how I look at it. Shannon tell me about that all the time, but forgive me if I said it wrong. But drive out a scoffer, and strife will go out, and quarreling and abuse will cease. Maybe the family reading this verse wrong, because of what I just said. If you was here, how you doing, Chosen? Maybe the family reading this verse wrong. Maybe the family thinks that if they drive out, I'm not changing the Bible verse, but I'm just saying what they might be reading or thinking. Maybe they're saying drive out the abusee, and strife will go out, and quarreling and abuse will cease. So it should be drive out the abuser, scoffer. Maybe that's what, I'm not saying that's what it should say, but I'm just saying that's what they should be thinking. But I think they see it or want it to be. You know, people read what they want and make it whatever. I think they seeing you drive out the person that got abused, and they skip all the stuff in the middle, and they just go to, and the abuse will cease. Maybe I'm wrong. But that's what I see when I'm seeing it. When I'm thinking like them, like maybe that's what they see. If you drive out the abusee, or the person that was abused, all these negative comments, these negative Facebook posts, these TikToks that they doing, these, you know, they're trying to ruin the family reunion, they're trying to ruin the family, all of that will cease. It's starting to make sense to you yet? I think that's probably part of the problem that we have. So it's not just a society thing, it's a family thing. These individual families took it upon themselves to be lawyer, judge, and executioner. I know you can say jury, but I'm saying lawyer because they basically took the case that you pleaded to them, saying I got abused, and like they went against you as a lawyer would do. I'm just saying, I'm just thinking out loud. Maybe y'all not following me, but hopefully you are. But yeah, yeah, I don't know. Y'all, I don't know to tell you. I don't know. Let's keep moving along. So the abuse or trauma that we've been through is not bigger than the person that you are today. I'm going to say that one more time. The abuse or trauma that you have been through is not bigger than the person that you are today. See, some of us, we take that abuse that happened to us when we were children, or we take that abuse that happened to us when we were a teenager, and we make that abuse, that incident, that accident, that occurrence, whatever word you want to use, that situation, that trauma, that development, that abuse. We're going with abuse and trauma. We take that. Thank you, Antoinette. I'm following. We take that situation and we make that bigger than what we are. That's why we never become what God wanted us to be, because that one situation, it stops us from growing. Not physically. You still go grow physically. It stops us from growing up here. It stops us from growing our heart. It stops our faith from growing, because now we questioning God, like, God, why would you let this happen to me? You know, you hear these people. You might have been one of them people. I've questioned God on a few things, and I've gotten answers, you know. But my point is, we questioning God, and we wondering why this abuse happened to us, and why I had to go down like that, and why did you have to get abused by an uncle or cousin, or get abused by anybody? But what we're not understanding is, see, God takes things like the abuse, and He can take that abuse. Let me work this out for you. It's coming to me. It's getting good. I don't know if it's good already, but it's getting good to me. So that abuse or that trauma, that situation that happened to you when you're a child, some of us, now you got to follow me. You can pick it up. You can catch this. Some of us are trying to figure out ways to make ends meet, or make money, or, you know, help people, not realizing that the abuse that you went through as a 10-year-old, or 15-year-old, or 20-year-old is your money maker. Now, it's not about money. Don't miss what I'm saying. See, the abuse and all the stuff that you went through from whatever age you was, even if it just happened to you 10 years ago, my point is that abuse can be all the stuff you're asking God for. God, I need, I'm living check to check, working at McDonald's. I'm just using McDonald's as a thing. I don't know what to do. And God been telling you the whole time, the abuse that you went through as a child, if you would write that down as a book or do a talk, start a YouTube channel or start a podcast or something to that effect, or maybe even go to college and become a counselor or a therapist, you can help people that you say you want to help. It's right there in front of you. You can help them people doing it that way. And matter of fact, talking God, he's looking at you like, I'm gonna make sure your college is paid for. You just gotta put the work in. See, you already went through the abuse, which was part of the work. See, we thought the abuse was the end all be all. We thought the abuse was gonna that's it. Got abused when I was 10, life is over. Not realizing that you got a story to tell. See, your testimony. See, you can't have y'all done heard people say this before. I've said it before. You can't have a testimony without going through a test. See, the abuse is one of those tests that you have to go through or you went through. God only give his Okay, I stop. I know y'all not ready for this one. We getting too deep. Y'all like, this the first live Solomon doing it like this? Yeah, we're gonna do it like this. See, my point is, that abuse is a way for you to make the ends meet. It's a way for you to tell your story. It's a way for you to build your platform. Notice I didn't say go on a platform. I didn't say go on YouTube. I said it's a way for you to build your platform. It's a way for you to start your website. Guess what? They got other men and women that want to hear your story. Matter of fact, they got other men and women that can relate to your story. They got other men and women that's waiting for somebody to come forward. Oh, you think I'm lying? Okay. How many of y'all remember when the Olympic coach, I think it was, where was it, in Texas, wherever it was, a few years ago, remember he was abusing all those girls? Well, remember, it took one girl to come forward and said that coach did that, and then what it was, 36 or 40 something other women came forward, and it's probably, if I had to guess, it's probably 100 something women that just won't talk. Think about what I'm saying. So it took one person to come forward. Guess what? That one person, when it came forward, that coach would still be abusing people today. He wouldn't be in jail. I can't remember his name, but he wouldn't be in jail because he would still be abusing. So it's the same thing when you look at somebody in the community like, man, I've been through this abuse. I can't make it. You right there in the community. If you would tell your story and show how you done made it out and show how you done started your business and show how you done did this, that, and third, and how God has blessed you. Now that person in the community will be like, oh, she did it. Oh, he did it. If they did it, I need to go talk to them. Maybe I can learn something because I'm dealing with this. I didn't brought it to God. Maybe I'm not listening. How you doing, Miss D? I'm just saying. I mean, you handle this however you want. But my point is, some of y'all need to take that abuse that you went through and make it maybe the easiest thing I can say, make it like a career path. Something like that. And the reason why I say this is because they got so many people that's waiting. So many people that's waiting for you to tell your story. Thank you for that super sticker, Arnay. God bless you. May God return it to you over and over again. Because so many people have went through that stuff. They have went through this abuse. And they live their life. They go from this earth, which means they pass on, and nobody never knew their story. Some of our parents, I know I'm stepping on people's toes right now. Some of our parents, we don't know their stories. We don't know that there was abuse when there was a child. They never told us. That's why when we went and told them we got abused, it might have shook them. Maybe they went back to their childhood, remember what happened to them, but then they tell you it didn't happen to you, and they were abused. Y'all don't want to talk about that. Our parents being abused. You think your mama then was, I don't know, she is an angel. Daddy was an angel. The mama might have been abused, and we don't know their stories. Maybe if they would have told us that story when we were younger, then we would have, you know what I'm saying? We would have picked up on some things and realized some things, but they ain't dealing with their childhood traumas. So how you want me to deal with my childhood trauma? They not dealing with theirs. I'm getting taught from a person that's unhealed. So I'm done. I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna get off of that. I'm just curious, is how am I going to heal from childhood trauma if my mama or daddy not healed from their childhood trauma, and this is the person that's raising me? So how can you teach your children how to be adults? How can you teach your children how to be adults and you were abused and you never tell them about the abuse? I'll wait. I mean, how can you do that? I mean, I'm just curious. How can you teach your children certain things in life? It ain't all about paying bills and keeping up with the Joneses. That's not how you live your best life. That's not how that's supposed to happen. It's about the abuse that you went through. It's about how you healed through that abuse. It's about going to God in prayer and worship. It's about paying your tithes and offering, but it's not all about money. I'm gonna get off of it. I'm not going back to the church. I'm just telling you, it's different ways and a bunch of different things we should be teaching our children. But some of us, we stuck on, well, they got to get it out the mud because I did. What? So hold on. They got to learn how to be a adult because your mama and daddy didn't teach you. So therefore, they got to learn. You were abused as a child. Your mama was abused as a child. So therefore, if they get abused as a child, you're like, well, that's just life cycle. Okay. All right. That's what okay. That's what we're doing. So we're just not gonna break the cycle. We're not gonna break the chain. We're just gonna let it keep. Okay. We're gonna let it keep going. All right. All right. I got it. That makes no sense to me, but I know y'all looking at the computer strange, but trust and believe they got people that do that. They look at it like, well, my mama was abused. Just like the lady shared how her mama was abused by, her mama, and her mama abused her. Well, they got people that keep doing that and like, well, it happened to me. It just, whatever, it is what it is. Okay. All right. Okay. That's what we're doing. All right. All right, let me get back into this message again. It's just so much. I didn't know how this, and I just typed this up last night. That's one thing I can't say about God. I told Shannon, I typed this message up at 11 o'clock, typed it up in about 45 minutes. That's one thing I know. Every time I do a message, I'm able to do the thumbnail, and then I'll type up the message, start going to God and start looking up, doing some research. And I got a few things to read over here as well. And God will give me my Bible verse, and boom, got a message. And all I got to do is say what God told me to say. And yeah, but okay, let me keep moving. Let me keep moving. So I'm gonna read it one more time. I'll keep moving. The abuse or trauma that we've been through is not bigger than the person that you are today. You have to realize that the abuse does not define you. The abuse was just a part. It was a small part of your life. You making it bigger than what it should be. Now, I'm not trying to downplay your abuse. That's not what I'm trying to do. Like I told you, I was abused myself. I think it was 3 or 4 times. I can't remember, but I know it's 3 times probably by my cousin. But my point is that does not define who Solomon is sitting in front of you today, 1/11/2023 at 44 years old, about to be 45 this year. That does not define. I don't keep going back and replaying it in my head. I don't keep living on, that abuse, it hurt me, and how I'm gonna be a man, how I'm gonna be a husband. No, I live my life according to God. I go to God and pray. I forgave my cousin. That's part of it. I forgave her. I told her I forgive. We had to have a conversation. When I was older, we had to talk. I forgave her. I had to turn around. She brought it up again a few years later. I forgave her again because, see, she was dealing with her own insecurities and things that she was dealing with, is my point. So it had nothing to do with me. She just, okay, y'all get that. So I'm just saying. So you have to understand that, and a lot of people get caught up on forgiveness. Forgiveness is not for the person. It's for you. It's not for them. It's for you. As a matter of fact, you don't even have to go tell that person you forgive them. You can say, I forgive you, I forgive them, and give it to God. And if you bold enough and want to, stick your chest out and go over there and say, you know what, everything that you did to me as a child, I forgive you. If they start crying and boo-hooing and whatever, you give them a hug if you want to. If not, you keep on moving. My point is the forgiveness is not for them. It's for you. Because, see, this thing what I realized. So you can go over there and forgive somebody, but you ever notice how you go over there and forgive them? Listen to me. Now, it's 8:02 p.m. Let's say you stand in front of the person that did the abuse, and you say, hey, look, I forgive you for everything that you did to me as a child. All the physical abuse, all the mental abuse, the mental anguish, I forgive you, and I love you, and I'm going to continue praying for you. Now, what should happen is that person that you just forgave should what? Let's see if some of my intelligent people in here, what should happen? I'm gonna tell you. That's what I think should happen. What should happen is an apology should follow that forgiveness. But guess what? It rarely ever happens. Again, that's nothing to do with you. That's something to do with them. Because see, what happens is you over there get forgiving them for stuff they have done. They should accept it and realize, hey, maybe they was younger, maybe they was abused as a child, whatever the case is. And then I ain't saying immediately, but at some point or some time, it should be an apology. But that apology usually don't come. And that's what a lot of you and a lot of us be looking for. We're looking for closure. I didn't talk about this before. Shannon didn't talk about this before. See, we're looking for closure. No, you just go over there and forgive them. And you just, like somebody just said this in the chat, you keep it moving. You don't have to sit there and wait for their apology, because sometimes they're not going to apologize. Maybe they ain't think they did nothing wrong. Maybe maybe they didn't gaslit themselves so much that they don't even know if it happened or not. But my point is, you forgive them and you keep it moving. Don't worry about what's going to happen after that. If they apologize, cool. Sometimes the apology they saying don't mean nothing anyway, because it's been 20, 30 years. They should have been apologized. The forgiveness is for you, so you can move on, so you can process what happened and keep moving. All right, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. So the abuse that we went through made us who we are today. Notice that's the reverse of what I said earlier. And again, the reason why I'm saying that is because we're allowing this abuse to make us what we are today. See, if you would just sit back and process the abuse for what it is, it's abuse. Whether it was physical, mental, whatever, and you will process that. Give it to God. Forgive that person, whether it's face-to-face or you just go to God and forgive them. I guarantee you things are starting to change. Things are beginning to shift. And then you'll be like, wait, hold on. I didn't see that. See, God can open you up to new experiences if you open to new experiences. I'm going to say that one more time. Hey, how you doing, Tyree Williams? God can open you up to new experience if you are open to new. See, some of y'all closed mind, so you're not open to the new experiences. You're not willing to forgive the person. You're not willing to move forward. So therefore, how you want God to bless you with certain things and you can't forgive the person? That go read your Bible. You'll see they got many people that were abused in the Bible, and guess what? They had to turn around and forgive that person before they could proceed forward. And you read they messages, you'll see that more blessings start to happen after. Okay, I know we're getting too deep. We're getting deeper than what we usually get on this channel. I'm just saying that these people in the Bible forgave the person, and all of a sudden God blessed them with different things, whether it was land or money, whatever it was. Go read the Bible. That's all I got to go read the Bible. You'll see what I'm talking about. So my point is, you are defined by making it through the abuse. You're not defined by the abuse. I'm going to say this again. You are defined by making it through the abuse. Hold on. I seen something come up. Tyree Williams, I seen your message. Let me see. What'd he say? He said, that's my problem today, Solomon. This guy, my job, he's really asking for it. I don't mind giving it to him. I just finished working out. All this anger built up. I want to do something. Yeah, see, the thing you got to realize about that, brother Tyree, if you give him what he really looking for, or you give him what you want to give him, see, you go get fired. And then you go get this thing called what they call you go get arrested. You might get a restraining order. You go get charges pressed on you. And then you go get sued. So when you think about it, is it really worth you losing your good paying job, you losing your job with good benefits because a person want to be a person? Hopefully that you know what I'm saying. Go to the gym, go punch the punching bag. Go do 400 push-ups instead of 100. I'm just saying, if you hit this man, or you push this man, or you get out of character, like they like to say, you're going to lose your job. Guess what? He's still going to have his job, especially if you hit him for, I'm just saying, I just seen this thing play out too many times, and then you sitting there like, man, why did I hit him? You in jail. And then a few weeks later, you get out of jail, you get hit with the restraining order. So that means you can't even go work with this guy no more. But then guess what? You get fired for hitting the man, and then you get hit with the lawsuit. I'm just saying. So is it really worth you hitting that man? Just walk away and keep it moving. I done been in situations where I acted out of character and wanted to hit the guy, and cooler heads prevail, like they said. I'll leave it at that. Cooler heads prevail. All right, let me see. We ain't got too much left. We're doing good. So again, you are defined by making it through the abuse, not by the abuse. So realize this. I want y'all to say this with me or read it out loud. I am not weaker because of the abuse. Just that little part. I am not weaker because of the abuse. Neither are you. We are stronger together. See, people that abuse and do domestic violence and things like that, they feed off of insecurities. They feed off of kindness for weakness. They feed off of weakness. And at the end of the day, you have to understand that these people are living off your depression. They living off your anxiety. And you're like, so what are you talking? How they living off my depression? Because see, you gotta look at the bigger picture. Just like we're just talking about with Brother Tyree at work. See, if you're depressed and you're not 100% yourself, and you're not being your best self, see, the devil gets off on that. People that support the devil get off on that. Narcissistic people get off on that because they can see that you're in a weakened state. They can see that what they're doing is affecting you. They can see and they can feel and they can sense, if you want to go that way, that what they're doing to you is going to get you fired from your job. It's going to get you divorced from your wife. It's going to get you divorced from your husband. It's going to get you arrested. It's going to get you in a state of confusion. See, the devil operates in confusion. So if the person in your life, the abuser or the family that's supporting the abuser, can get you in a state of confusion and you confuse, well, we all know how that ends. If you stay confused, you're going to be confused, and therefore you just confused. I know I said confused so many times, but think about what I'm saying. You go stay in that space, that head space, and then you're going to end up being depressed. Anxiety gonna be high. They go prescribe you some pills. Then next thing you know, you're gonna be in the crazy house. With I said this before, you're gonna be in the all white house. I call it, you're gonna be seeing a lot of white. And the reason why I can say that, and it's true, because I'm saying this, I know it sounds funny, but it's the truth. So these people are gonna pull up in front of your house or wherever you at, and they're gonna pull up in a white van. They're gonna get out with white suits on. They're gonna have white shoes on. They might be white. I don't know. It might be black people, but you get what I'm saying. They go walk up to your place or your house, and they're going to put you in a white jacket. They're going to bring you to that van. When you get to this building, it's going to be probably white. The room is going to be white on the inside. It's going to be padded. And they're going to put you in a white suit with the white straitjacket. My point is, basically, they took a child of God and drove them crazy, and now they got you in the crazy house. And how you go get out of it? Now, God can change any situation, but if you keep going down the path you're on, exactly, Teresa, the all White House, you're gonna be at the real White House. I ain't talking about the one in DC. You're gonna be at the White House in your neighborhood that you probably haven't seen. It's there, it's somewhere in your area, and you're gonna be at that White House because the person and the devil didn't did what they wanted and drove you crazy. I'm just saying. So sometimes we relive what has happened to us over and over in our minds. See, the mind plays a terrible trick on us, plays terrible tricks on us. That's why the abuse replays over and over and over. Sometimes, and we see it over and over. Sometimes, and then it's not until we make a decision to say enough is enough, and then, boom, you see the abuse less and less. You see the abuser less and less. What I mean is the abuser can be standing right across from you, and you're not scared of them anymore. You're not afraid to be in their presence. You got this, you poking your chest out. You got this walk about you, and you sitting there like, you know what? Even though Uncle Ruckus did that a long time ago, even though Auntie such and such, a cousin so-and-so did that so many years ago, I'm not going to let them continue to control my life, because that's what they're doing. They're controlling your life, and they're not even in your presence. Let that sink. They're not God. I'm gonna say this again. They controlling your life, and they're not even in your prayer. They don't call you. They don't even talk to you. But you're allowing them to control your life from abuse that happened a long time ago. Now, don't get me wrong. Everybody heal in their own time. I get it. Everybody heal in their own time. Everybody heal in their own way. Everybody go to God in their own ways and pray in their war, whatever. I get that. But there's no way I'm going to sit down and allow an abuser to control my life, and I don't even talk to them no more. So I'm not leaving my house. I'm not hanging around with family. I'm not going out with friends because I'm focused on the abuse that happened to me when I was a kid. And here it is, you 40, 50, 60 years old. And this person, I'm not going to say, because I don't know, I'm not going to say, I'm going to say it, but they're not probably even thinking about you like that. And then chances are, maybe they are. But my point is, you can't do it, man. Can't do it. Danger. That's what that is. Danger. That's what that is. So next Bible verse, Ephesians 4:31, let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and slander be put away from you, along with all malice. What is that saying? So all of the abuse you went through, all that stuff you went through, it's telling us right here that we need to put all that bitterness. So you bitter towards them, you mad, you didn't threw bricks through their windows, slashed their tires through the years, and you know, some of y'all done did some horrible things to them, and it's can't say it's not deserving. I mean, they did something horrible to you. I understand it. But at some point or some time, when you go let that go? When you go say, you know what? When I was a kid, I did, how it go? When I was a child, I did childlike things. I can't continue doing those things, slashing tires and throwing bricks through their house. At some point, I got to let go and let God. Everybody think that's a saying. It's not a saying. At some point, you got to let go and let go. Let go of the abuse. The abuse is not you. It happened to you. It's not you. The abuse doesn't define you. So let go of that. Let go of that hurt and that anger and all that stuff, and move forward. And then see, this is another part. That's good. So we so focused on this person and the abuse, and we wonder why our life is all in shambles. Well, you will stop focusing on that person and the abuse and start focusing on God and his healing power. Maybe, and it's not even a maybe, but probably, I should say, yeah, I'm gonna go with probably, your life will start to come together. See, if you look at your life, to me, it's all about, it's like puzzle pieces. See, I'm sitting at a table right here, so you can imagine the table in front of you or wherever you at. If you had a big old puzzle, like a 1,000-piece puzzle, there's pieces everywhere. You got the clouds up there, might have the moon, you come down to, the sky coming down, the tree line, and then you might have a house and all this stuff. But my point is, it's all pieces. It's not until those pieces come together till we can see. So on the box of the cover of the puzzle, I can see what it's supposed to be. And that's how some of our lives are. See, we can look through other people's lives or see other people living their best life, and we can see how our life's supposed to be, but we can't reach it because our puzzle pieces are all over the place. Some of our puzzle pieces on the floor, some of our puzzle pieces over there by the wall, some of our puzzle pieces back. Am I making sense? But it's not until you put all the puzzle pieces on the table. See, if you put your depression on the table and your anxiety on the table and your rape on the table and your PTSD on the table and your trauma, and you start to put these puzzle pieces together, then you start scooting together like, wait, hold on. This PTSD, they got a cure for this. I bring this to God, right? This depression. God can heal me from this depression. If I bring this rape and put all these pieces together, I'll bring this rape towards God and all these different things. God can work out all this. I don't necessarily have to be on pills for all this stuff, but God can work this out. So you got to bring some of these things to God and stop trying to fight these battles on our own. Because I didn't been that way. I tried to do it on my own. You know what I'm saying? So my puzzle pieces was way, like they got a room back here, a bedroom back here, this door. So I'm in a hotel, I'm traveling, but they got a bedroom right there. I had puzzle pieces back there in that room. I had puzzle pieces outside in the lobby area, puzzle pieces all around town. I've been driving around telling people my story. But see, sometimes we can tell, I got to say this, sometimes we can tell the wrong people our story. So you telling people a story that they don't care about you. I know we think everybody loves us, but everybody don't love you. So you're right here telling your story to people and you're just dropping off. I hope I'm making sense with the puzzle, but I like you doing that. So you're just dropping off puzzle pieces. So you're dropping off pieces of your heart, if you want to look at it that way, instead of the puzzle piece, to these people, and they don't care about you. They don't care about your abuse you went through when you was 10. They don't care that your mama didn't believe that you was abused when you was 10. They don't care that Uncle Ruckus abused you when you was 15. They don't care if your family turned it back on you when you was 40. They just don't care. But we dropping off puzzle pieces and dropping off pieces of our heart and just hoping and we're not even praying. Some of us hoping and wishing. And I don't believe in wishes after learning what I learned, but we hoping and wishing that somebody would just believe us. And then God been there the whole time. We don't believe what he said. We ain't believe in Bible verses and all that until somebody said a certain way. So see, if you got children, you understand what I'm saying. You can tell your child something 100 times. Somebody else can tell your child the same thing that you said, and then that makes sense. You're like, man, come on. I didn't told them that 100 times. But the other person told. So see, God has a way of doing things like that, sending people in your life where you can understand. Maybe that counselor or that therapist, I keep going back to that, maybe they can listen to you and tell you the abuse that you went through and understand that it's not your fault for one, and two, it's ways to handle that as an adult. Just saying. Just having a conversation. David Wright, God will lead us to the still waters. That's right, David. Y'all see that? He said, God will lead us to the... So y'all, us, not me anymore. I'm not like I used to be, but we become vengeful and want revenge. And if you read the Bible or listen to any pastor, they'll tell you revenge is not ours. It's for God. So we want revenge on the abuser. I get it. I mean, you want something to happen to them. You want them to go to jail and all this stuff. You want your family to believe your story. But they're not. They're not going to jail. Your family not believing your story. Your family believe your story all these years, so why would they believe it now? So what do you get out of it? Keep going to their house, slashing their tires and throwing bricks to their window. That's what you're doing. Not much. So you got to remember, we are no longer prisoners of the abuse. See, the abuse was like being in a prison cell. You think about it that way, because if it happened to you over and over, it's like you was in a cell. You were trapped. Every time you went to this person's house, or every time that person came to your house, and your mom and them left, somebody else going out. Some of it was the babysitter. It's all kinds of different people. My point is, it's like you were in a prison cell going through that abuse, and you were trapped. And some of us, NF got this song that I can't remember how it goes, but it's something to the fact. Basically, if you watch the video, he's in the NFL. NF is a rapper that I didn't talk about him before, but anyway. He rapping in a jail cell, but he got the keys in his hand. And he says, he said, I got the keys in my hand. He said, that don't make sense. So my point is, some of y'all in this jail cell of rape or trauma or abuse, not realizing you got the key in your hand. God is with you the whole time. You got the key in your hand, but you still locked in jail. Make that make sense. So think about it. You got the key to open the jail cell and get out. You would just walk out. But some of y'all holding the key, which is the abuse. You holding on to the abuse and sitting there just going back and forth with the abuse, and you throwing the keys down on the ground and going to sleep and then waking up, grabbing the key, but you never open the door. You never allow God to give, you never allow God to actually help you with this abuse. We sit there and we just go back and forth and just want this person to suffer. And then we waste 30, 40, 50 years of our life because I know maybe it's just me. Is it just me? Maybe I need to stop talking. Maybe this abuse might have been one of them things I shouldn't have started off 2023 with. I don't know. It maybe it's just me. Is it just me that you thought the abuse was like a trap or a jailhouse and you just like gave up? I mean, you gave up on living. You gave up on, I'm saying you, but we gave up on living and didn't want to go no more. We sitting there and like, but you got the key in your hand the whole time. I ain't got my Bible with me, but you got the Bible with you right there that can teach you about abuse. You got people around you that been through abuse, but you don't want to talk to them. You got therapists and psychologists and all these people that can help you. It ain't all about pills. They can help you. How you doing, Kingdom Minded Van? Welcome. Y'all please hit the like button. Hey, this has been one of those ones right here. But my point is, we got the key in our hand. If you know somebody that got the key in their hand, but they still trapped in jail, this is your opportunity to help them. Maybe that's what you're supposed to be doing. Maybe that's your time to give your testimony to somebody that you know, especially if it's a family member that's going through abuse. It's your time to help them. Exactly, Teresa. 2023 is a narc-free zone. So, in closing, well, no, I got something to read over here. Almost, this is the last thing on here, but Put it in the chat. Abuse does not define me. If you can just put it in the chat, abuse does not define me. I'm gonna read this over here as y'all type that in there. I forgot to put where I got this from. I was supposed to put it in the thing. I didn't copy it. I like giving people credit. I don't like stealing nobody's stuff, but I forgot. So if you see this, I'm acknowledging that, yeah, I did get it from online, but I just forgot where I got it from. I promise. So, and it's titled, "You Grew from the Experience," is what it's titled. I know it's a psychology thing, but I forgot to put it. So it's a research says that after trauma, there's a growth inventory that occurs. I'm gonna read that again. Research says that after trauma, there's a growth inventory that occurs. Developed in 1996, trauma results in positive progress in five principal areas of life. They go on to name the five. So let's say appreciation of life, relationship with others, new possibilities, personal growth, spiritual change. I'm gonna read these five again. If somebody can type this up, that the one through five, they can type this up in the chat. Appreciation of life is the first one. The second one is relationships with others. The third one, new possibilities. The fourth one is personal strength. And then the last one is spiritual change. And it goes on to say, you may have new insights in these areas that you haven't yet recognized. See, you got to catch that. I'm going to read that part one more time. You may have new insights in these areas that you haven't yet recognized. The reason why we haven't recognized them because we still stuck in the abuse from when we was a kid. We haven't even recognized that, yes, we have. I ain't talking about grown physically. We have grown in a lot of areas. We didn't went off and got jobs, went down career paths, became doctors, lawyers, teachers, whatever the case is, started business, and we're not even appreciating our own life because we stuck. See what I'm saying? You stuck in the abuse, but you done did all these things. So appreciation of life. You got nice, great relationships with your own children right now. That's what I get out of there when I say relationship with her. You got great relationship. You're not doing the same thing that your mama did to you or your daddy did to you, or you see your grandmother do to others. You got good relationships, but we not appreciative. We just not thinking outside the box. New possibilities. We got job promotion. We got job raises, things like that going on all around us. You see what I'm saying? And then this next one, personal strength. We got, how much strength it takes to, even in the chat for y'all to talk about your abuse or talk about your past relationships or talk about past experience with the narcissist, or talk about the no contact you're dealing with, talk about just the physical abuse, talk about the mental abuse, talk about the emotional abuse, and even is in the chat. Some of y'all got y'all pictures on here, and you're not scared to, because that by you just sharing your testimony in here, somebody might see this live right now or see this live 3-4 weeks from now and might see what Mystique Hale put in there. Abuse does not define me. They might see that and say, you know what? If she can say it, she right. Abuse don't define me either. And they might just get this, I don't know, just get this thing about them and start living their best life and start forgiving the abuser and start moving forward because of what they just seen Mystique Hale put in there. Abuse does not define me. Or they see what lyricists put in there, simple things in life. They see what Lali put in there, personal strength, new possibilities. I'm just saying. So it goes on to say, after say you may have new insights in these areas that you haven't yet recognized. It goes on to say that the personal growth that comes with trauma defines you so that your trauma itself doesn't. I'm going to say that one more time. It says the personal growth that comes with trauma defines you so that your trauma itself doesn't. Basically, it's saying the abuse that you went through, when you go through personal growth, when you start living your best life, what I'm saying, you start, going to God and finding your family, and like Shannon always say, finding your tribe, 18, not tribe, or your tribe, 18. That's when, you can look at that abuse and stuff like that. That abuse don't define you. So it goes on to say, and we almost finished, allowing yourself to focus on and tune into these components of your life will only help you in the long term and are the reasons that you're more resilient and robust in your gain of perspective. So see, if you put everything in perspective, if you get focused on healing possibilities, if you get focused on Yahweh, if you get focused on reading your Bible, if you get focused on praying in your prayer closet, if you get focused on forgiving the person that abused you, if you get focused with sharing your story about abuse with somebody that's going through abuse, and it could be even drug abuse, there's so many alcohol abuse, whatever it is, you get focused on what you're supposed to be doing and start focusing on the abuse that happened to you so long ago, I think we would begin to see that the abuse, no, it did not define us. It made us who we are. Man, that's good. I don't know about y'all. I ain't got nothing else to say. I'm gonna read a few of y'all comments, and then we about to pray and get out of here. Hopefully, y'all was able to learn something from this. And I like I said, I didn't know how this message gonna go. Like I said, I typed it up about 11:15 last night. Was typing it up and putting the verse together. I read through it. I said, okay, we look good. God, on that I can pray. God, look. And that's what I say about every one of these things I type up. God, just have your way. Let it do what it do. And hey, who's supposed to be here, go be here. Who's supposed to watch it, go watch it. And that's just the way we go. Keep rocking, Hey, how you doing, Brittany Walker? Say just joining the live, going to watch the replay. Thank you. Hit that like button for me if you don't mind, Brittany Walker. This was one of those, Brittany, that I will say I don't do these too often. I mean, I teach. I'm serious, but I do more clowning. But this is one of those ones that, it's abuse. So how much laughing can you really do with abuse and traumas and things like that? So, Brittany, hopefully you watch this and maybe you can share it with somebody and hopefully you're able to learn from this and and maybe you can relate to some of these things, So it's just one of those things. Let me read a few of y'all comments. Let me see. Arne say, amen. Less of me, more of you. God, use my story for your glory in Jesus' name. Amen. Let me scroll down a little bit. I scrolled up too far. Let's see. Trying to scroll back just a little bit so I can, it's hard to read the message and keep up in the chat, but that's why my wife in here moderating. Y'all give a hand for Shannon moderating for me on the live, keeping y'all, she be dropping links in there for joining my channel and website and all kind of different things. But Antoinette said, abuse does not define me. Say it with your chest everywhere. I like that. Abuse does not define me. She say it with your chest, your whole chest. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I like it. Let me scroll up, see what else we got in here. Let's see. And thank y'all for being here, spending this time with. I know this is not one of the regular messages. A lot of people like to come in here and cut up and laugh, but sometimes we gotta keep this thing 100 and keep it serious. And it's good to learn more about people and situations as well too. Mr. She say, abuse does not define me. Amen. Let me go down a little bit. I think I scrolled back too far. Let me go down. But yeah, subscribe to the channels, man. Support us, through likes and comments. That's the way we grow over here on YouTube. We still growing. I mean, I'm happy to be over 3,000. Shannon just hit 54,000. My wife growing, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not a hater. I'm a supporter. So I'm happy, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy that she's able to grow and do things. But to say she had 54,000, I'm praying that she hit 100,000 before the end of the summer, because 100,000 on YouTube is getting up there. And then, that's when you get your first plaque and things like that. So like I told you, they got small wins. They got big wins. I'm happy to be, like I told you, at over 3,000. I'm over 3,300 subscribers. So the way we grow is by y'all sharing these videos out, telling your friends that's dealing with abuse, telling your friends. If you notice, I don't know if y'all caught on to this. I caught on to it a few months back. See, let me go back. So if you look at when I first started YouTube in the end of 2020, I just was talking about narcissist abuse in the workplace. And then you fast forward to somewhere in 2021, not sure where, maybe the middle of 2021 or maybe the end of 2021, I started talking even deeper in just the relationships and not just focusing just on in the workplace. And that's when my channel started to take off a little bit more. If you notice last year, look how God worked. See, last year, I let God have the will, and then you really got the true Solomon in 2022. Just go look at my old video. You see what I'm talking about. So you go back to my first videos. I done said it before. I was sitting there like straight, like I couldn't move. You wouldn't think I was breathing, but you're like, how you talking? Not even moving. I didn't know. I'm never been on camera like that, so didn't really know where I was. Just like life, just like we are, just like we talking about this abuse. I was letting the situation define me in those moments. I wasn't being my real self. Some of y'all not being your real self because you letting that situation define you, whether there's abuse or whatever. So in 2020, I wasn't being myself. 2021, I still really wasn't being myself. It wasn't until 2022 you got the real Solomon, and then the channel really took off. You can go look at it. The channel took off. I really started climbing. That's why I am. I like to clown. So God gave me a way where I can talk about serious subjects as narcissist abuse, but make it enjoyable and funny, and we laugh, but we still learning. And then sometimes we got these serious topics like this right here. So you know what I'm saying? So we just keep moving. So if you notice, I noticed about 3 months ago, not that I'm not talking about narcissist abuse anymore, but if you notice, I seen a shift again. I even tell Shannon in this, but I noticed about 3-4 months. I shifted again in about 3-4 months ago. So I started talking more about abuse. If you start watching some of my videos, you'll see more about abuse and friendships, not necessarily just about the narcissist. Because see, what I don't want to do, I don't want people to put me in a box and like, oh yeah, narcissist abuse, yeah, that's Solomon. Well, that's fine, but it's more to me than just narcissist abuse. So if I can talk about abuse in general, or if I can talk about healing, you know what I'm saying? That's something else that I did in 2022. I started talking more about healing, because we can't just stay stuck on narcissist abuse and bashing the narcissist. At some point, sometimes we got to get to our healing process. And then at some point, sometimes we need to start figuring out how to help others. And at some point, sometimes like, wait, okay, we didn't talk about narcissist abuse. Do we stay on narcissist abuse, or do we like go a little bit and be like, hold on, man, we got other things we can talk about out there that's still in the circle of narcissist abuse, but it's abuse, and it's physical abuse and mental abuse, and see what I'm saying? So, and I didn't even catch that until like a few months ago. I seen it. I don't know why I started talking more about abuse. You go look at my last 10-15 videos. If you look at them, most of them was about abuse. I didn't catch that. I'm like, hey, what? Hey, I thank God, this video started 2023 talking about abuse. Now, am I talking about abuse? I don't know. I'm just gonna keep doing what God tells me. We might shift in the middle of the year and be talking about something else. But my point is, we can't get stagnant with healing. We can't get stagnant with what we're doing. Like Arnay has a cake business that she has. I always talk about my sister, but my point is, she can't keep baking the cakes this year like she used to bake them 20 years ago, because things change, recipes change, and stuff happen. You got to change things. You got new stuff. You get what I'm saying? So if you're going through your healing process, you can't keep doing what you was doing last year, because the enemy not doing what they was doing last year. I'm just saying. Hey, how you doing, Kenyatta? She say, great to catch you on another live. Happy New Year. Same to you. Yeah, I just, like I said, we're just talking about one of them abuse things and doing things. But yeah, again, the 5 things that we mentioned earlier: appreciation of life, relationships with others, new possibilities, personal strength, spiritual change. And I can add a 6th one to that: a closer relationship with God. They didn't have it in there, it's scientific stuff over here, but I can add a 6th one: a closer relationship with God. Because see, New Age, when they say spiritual change, hey, how you doing, Miss P? They could be talking about saging and chakras and rocks. And I didn't catch that just now, but looking at it again, I should have just took that out. But spiritual change can be good if you're doing it for the right reason. If you're doing it to go sleep with a rock under your bed so you can have your husband fall in love with you, that might not be what you're supposed to be doing. How you doing, Amara? I'm just saying. But people would do that. Shannon and I was watching the show a while back, Black Love, and that's what they did. This woman was all into these rocks, and her husband didn't like dogs at all. Whether small dogs, big dogs, whatever. This woman did some research, went got these little rocks, turquoise color rocks or something like that, put up under his pillow. He didn't even know about it. Few weeks went by, or a month, I don't know how long the timetable, but she bought a dog and the dude liked him. He couldn't figure out why, because he never liked the dog. He 40-something, 50 years old, couldn't stand dog. Couldn't figure out she had been putting these rocks up under his pillow, and yeah, they got these stones under his pillow. Now he likes some doggone dogs because of these stones. And guess what? I don't wish divorce on nobody, but guess how their marriage ended? Well, I guess I just gave it away. It ended because doing all that new age stuff, these rocks and chakras and praying to Buddha and up, man. Look here, man. You doing too much. You doing too much. But that's what she was doing. And then they marriage didn't work out and they ended up getting a divorce. I'm not saying it because of the rocks and the dog. I'm just saying you're doing more. You need to go to God to correct you. Going to these rocks and chakras and trying to heal your abuse with saging. And you wonder why you keep reliving your abuse. You up there saging your whole house, saging the neighborhood. You saging people that don't even know you. Shannon and I was watching this movie the other day. Not a movie, this show. I don't know if y'all watched it yet. We got to finish that, matter of fact. What is called, Shannon? The Best Man. It's on Netflix. The Best Man. It's not Reunion, but the Untold Story or whatever. My point is, the old girl played a role. She was up there saging and going in the water and doing all this weird stuff. I was like, Shannon and I both looked at like she playing this role good, but she acted. But then guess what we seen? Well, Shannon showed me a few days later, the Best Man series. Yeah. Shannon showed me a few days later. What's that lady name, Shannon? I ain't talking about, I don't know her from holding the wall, but she really does this stuff that I just mentioned with going pray to Buddha and all them. Her and her real husband does this, go in the water and all that stuff, and she really does it. That's why she is playing that role so good on Best Man series, because Best Man Final Chapter. Yeah, that's why she played that role so good, because she do it in real life. And see, that leads me to this. Some of y'all need to watch these. Yeah, Nicole Aaron Parker, her. Some of y'all need to watch these celebrities you follow, because you wonder why they so good at doing some of this evil stuff. That's because these goofballs doing this evil stuff for real. They ain't acting. They telling you what they're doing, but that's for another subject. I might have one of them come up. I'm pretty sure sometime this year. But just watch some of these celebrities and stuff, and yeah, Boris Kojo, yeah, that's her husband. You sitting there following these people, and like, man, I don't think she's evil, but she does it so good. Probably because she is evil. That's why she's doing it so good. Maybe she really is a witch and she's not just acting. Hey, how you doing, Tesha Blair? Welcome. Tesha, this is a good one right here. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't tell no lie. This is a good one right here. I thought it was good. But how you doing, fam? Y'all please hit the like button. And again, thank y'all. Let's read a couple and then we're gonna get up out of here. I'm at the hotel room. I gotta get up early. Well, I'm gonna try to get up early in the morning so I can drive back home. Go back home to my wife and family. Yeah, Tesha, you got to rewatch this one. And then Tesha, let me know what you think about this one, because this one was it was about abuse. And I told some of my abuse, and then we had some, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll respond back. Let me go down a little bit. Let's figure out where we at. Again, thank all y'all for being here. Thank y'all for liking. Thank y'all for sharing. Thank y'all for the compliments, saying it's a great man. Thank you for the newcomers that came in here, the new subscribers. God bless you. And you also can, if you want to, you can also join the channel. I promise I'm going to be uploading videos. I always do the post, but I'm going to be uploading videos coming. You know what I'm saying? And Shannon say, come on home, husband. I'll be home tomorrow. I'll be home tomorrow. I promise. I'm checking out of this hotel. Hey, I don't mind traveling, but ain't no place like home. Especially when you're married to Shannon. Ain't no place like home. Got to go home, y'all. Trying to see what comments I missed. I'm way back here. Let me see. Let me go down. Yeah, like lyrics to say, yeah, I know this is further back in America. He said, we don't hate, we congratulate. Amen to that. That's what I'm talking about. I'm with you on that one. Thank you for that, Deborah. She said both of you will reach 100,000 this year. I'm praying. I'm in agreement with you. We both reach 100,000. We putting in work. We laying down the seeds. And I'm not stopping. What do I be at 100,000 or just at 10,000 by the end of the year? Whatever thousands I'm at, I'm gonna keep moving, because it's not about the numbers. I realize that, but I know the message need to reach more people. So that that's why I'm asking, for y'all. That's why I be asking to invite people. It's like they used to do at church. At church on Sunday, hey, bring a friend, bring a neighbor. Same thing. Bring a friend, bring a neighbor to invite them to a faith-based workplace on Wednesday. It ain't always serious like this. They could be in there laughing and I got my disclaimer. If your sides start hurting from laughing, it ain't my fault. You should have turned it off and watch it in snippets or something. I'm just saying. Desiree say, Solomon, you're planting the seeds, some will water, but God will bring the increase. Keep sowing your seeds. Amen to that. See, that's what I'm talking about. Amen. Mystic, she said, and I'm scrolling down as quick as I can. Say, thank you for the message. It hit the right time. Thank you, Shannon. Let God continue to use you both mightily. Amen. Amen. And thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for always, showing support, being here through likes and comments, inviting people, and we get new subscribers. No subscribers ain't just coming from me. I mean, it's people like y'all, promoting it on Facebook or promoting it on here or just sharing it with family and friends, and that's how it goes. So I just pray we continue doing that. And like I say, support the website. Just go click on the website and read through something. So I'm about to update some more stuff. So 2023 is our get right here. 2022, we were sowing seeds. 2023, it's time to reap the harvest from the seeds we've been showing. Tyree said, God bless you, Solomon, Miss Shannon, and everyone here. Y'all have really helped me tonight. Hey, man, you got that, brother. Ain't no need in losing your good job for no goofball, jolly joker. I know. We don't mess with goofballs and jolly jokers. We gotta let them go. You can kick rocks with no shoes on. That's why I say, or no socks. All right, so that's what it's about. Or they say I needed the healing conversation because I'm shifting. Amen. We got to shift. You can't just stay. You got to pivot or shift, whatever word you want to use. You can't just stay, stationary. You got to keep moving. Let me scroll down a little bit further. Oh, see, when I was talking about can't keep the same recipe, she said, yes, we have gluten-free coming to the menu, and we have number cakes. Thank you for the plug. Oh, amen. Amen. I got to, I'm going to keep doing it. I don't care if I got 3,000 or 300,000. Still go promote, because that's what it's all about, man. If I can help somebody just by saying a couple things. Matter of fact, another thing I'm going to say that we're about to close out of here. I was watching on TikTok. I sent Shannon the thing so we can try to go. But this guy on TikTok, a TikToker, he basically a food critic. He goes around Las Vegas and go to different spots. He go to mom and pop shops. You know what I'm saying? And he go to these places. Well, anyway, he went to this one place last week. He just went there last week because what happened was one of the workers had got in touch with him because I guess he watched him on TikTok and said, hey, man, he said, my boss busy. He said, man, we ain't got no customers. He said, but the food is really, really good. He said, the food is excellent. He said, but we just don't have no customers. And he falling behind on rent. He said, man, just come check us out. The dude went there and he always go wherever he go, he pay for his own food. So he was spending $200-$300 on food. So he went there, he got all these different wings, got a burger, all this different stuff. And look, Miss P said, yes, I like him. Okay, so he got all this different stuff. And then now they showed the dude line 4 days later, the dude running out of food, not because his food not good, he got a line going down the street. Just from a simple plug of this guy saying, man, go check. And when he eat the food like on his live on his TikTok, and when he ate it, he would just say, he said, man, he rated from from 1 to 10. He was giving this dude I think everything was like a 9.5 or higher, except for one thing, he gave it like an 8.9, which is still really good. But the wings, he said, was a 10. I think it was lemon pepper wings. I think was the 10. And everybody been going there ordering because 4.5 million people watched the video. That's what I'm saying. Videos work. Y'all think this stuff don't work. 4.5 million people watched that TikTok. And now this dude line is down the street. Ain't God good? So you don't think a 60-second or a 1 minute video, a 2 minute video can help you? Trust me. That's why I say I'm gonna still promote people because you just never know. Stories like that is real. So I'm still gonna promote, people like Arnay and different people. Oh, thank you for that, Tesh. I just seen that super sticker. God bless you. May God return it to you over and over again. I'm not saying that's why I'm promoting people so we can get 4.5 million. You get what I'm saying, though. You can help somebody business by just saying, hey, man, go support them. That's cool. And like you said, he owe that man nothing, but he went back. I seen another TikTok he did. He went back to go visit just to say hi. He stopped in front of the thing. The line was down the street. He walked in, and as a white man, he was like, he just couldn't do nothing but hug him. He said, man, thank you. He said, thank you. He said, because, he was basically probably about to go out of business in a few months, and the food is good. So now people coming from, he said they had people come from overseas. He had people coming from New York, from Seattle, coming all the way down to Las Vegas to come eat at this little hole-in-the-wall shop. Now he running out of food. He ordering food, trying to keep up because I think you got to hire some new workers because, you know what I'm saying? So things like that can't, you just got to stay, focused and stay on your mission. You just never know how God works things out. Shannon, Sound, you both are very appreciated. Thank you, lyricists. And I still ain't forgot about you. I know I keep saying it, but I ain't forgot about you. I've just been busy. I ain't forgot about you. I'm going to get with you hopefully soon. I hope I know I keep saying, but I'm going to put it on my schedule to try to get it done this weekend. If I can get that done as soon as I get it back, I'll send it to you. And then if you want to rewrite what you wrote or use that same thing, that's cool. But I'm gonna do you one better. You'll see. I'll do you one better, and then we can go ahead and change that and put it right here on this channel. So y'all see what we're talking about later. I'm working behind the scenes on some stuff. Can't let y'all know everything. Well, hold on. What she say? Who said that? Lolly said, I just like saying Buddha in there, like when you guys said, oh my goodness. She say she like saying Buddha in there, like when we said. She like saying Buddha, and she like when you say, I know that don't look like Buddha, but that's how you say it. We from Louisiana. That's how you say it. Lolly, you funny. I like saying Buddha, and I like when y'all say it. Now that is hilarious. Y'all know we talk about food a lot on here. I should do a food thing myself. I'll be trying around, eat so many. Man, matter of fact, let me say this. Right before I came, I sent Shannon a picture, matter of fact. Man, I went to this restaurant not this far away from the hotel. I don't eat at like food I can find anywhere. I always find like local spots. I go through Google. Same thing that dude doing I'm talking about on TikTok. And I found this restaurant. It's called what did I say? The Blue Clove, CLOVE, right here in Corpus Christi, Texas. But I went there because they had more grilled seafood and stuff, and I'm trying to watch what I eat. But anyway, I went there. Man, I got a local drum, which is the fish. Fish drum is a fish. I got a local drum stuffed with crab Florentine, which had crab and the Florentine, like the leafy lettuce and stuff in it, with like a lemon pepper sauce over a bed of rice with some veggies. And she started me out because I asked for a Caesar salad. Man, when I tell y'all that food was so good, I should just start a food TikTok thing. Not because of that dude, but I do eat it a lot of places. And I do Google reviews. That's why I'm big on Google reviews. I always tell you about Google because I do it for places. I got to do one when I leave there. And I know when I post pictures, get more views. But anyway, man, that food was so good. I got to learn how to cook that. It was a drum stuffed with crab Florentine with lemon pepper sauce. Man, that was delicious. If I can show you a picture, I would. It was delicious. Matter of fact, hold on. I can't show you the picture. I know some of y'all might be hungry. Let me turn this way. Can y'all see that? I don't know if y'all can see it or not. That's delicious. That was fish, the drum, the rice. That, let me tell you, man, that was good, man. That was good. I couldn't even finish it. I ate most of it. I didn't bring it back. I don't like bringing food to the room, but that was delicious. I was like, man, I definitely got to come back over here when I come back over, because like I said, I like eating at local spots. Just like that guy, I just like eating at local spots. I can go eat at Texas Roadhouse and places like that, like BJ's and you can find them anywhere. But I like finding local spots, especially when you buy the water. You find local spots. They got the best and freshest seafood, so it's like, why not go there? But yeah, because BJ's, I can eat there in Houston, I can eat there in California, Vegas, wherever. I can eat there, but local spots like that Blue Clove, I think that's the only one they got here. I ain't never seen that restaurant before. I ain't gonna never see it nowhere else. But yeah. But man, thank y'all again, for being here, for rocking with me, even while I'm in the hotel. I like the hotel live. It's not bad. Y'all should see I got a whole little light thing. So somebody's walking in like, what is you doing? YouTube. I got a light right here. I got a light plugged in back there. I got another bright light back behind. I just packed all my lights with me and stuff so I can still go. I got my fan, got my extra monitor. So I set up almost like I'm at home. Try to make it the best as I can. So yeah, it's one of those things. Thank you for sharing that out, Shannon. My let me see, it went back up. Let me put it. I want to click on it. There you go. Yeah, if you want to follow me on TikTok, there go my TikTok right there. I also got a real estate TikTok. You want to follow that one? You want to learn more about real estate? Yeah, so yeah, I made gumbo over the holidays. So, yeah, you do a little something. I know how to cook a little bit. I know how to do a little something. Cause the dishes I'm making a heart. My bad. Since we talk about food over here, I need to start with a disclaimer. We might discuss food at some point. So you haven't eaten, you might want to go eat some or get you a little snack doing get you some popcorn or something. I don't know. All right, y'all. I'm done. It's 8:52. Man, thank y'all, like I said, for being here. It's always a blessing. Trust me, this is the first live, but obviously it will not be the last live of 2023. This is the first one. Won't be the last one. So we're going to keep moving, keep growing, keep coming with time. Matter of fact, I already got 3 thumbnails ready to go for the next 3 weeks. I ain't even wrote the stuff up yet. I think after this live, since it's still early, I'm going to try to record a few TikToks while it's still early before I take my shower and stuff, and then I'm probably go create 2 more thumbnails, and I'll probably drop the thumbnail for next week and just get all that stuff going. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all, let's pray so we can get out of here. Again, thank y'all for being here and showing support, because it's all love over here. Drink water, y'all. Stay hydrated. I'm a safety guy. Yeah, stay hydrated. All right, God, we just want to say thank you. Thank you for this message. Thank you for everybody that's came, to support the live, and everybody's going to watch the replay. We want to pray for every family that's represented in this live, all the sons and daughters and mothers and fathers and husbands and wives that are represented during this live. It's so many people that come into abuse in some way, shape, or form. We praying for the people that they have a forgiveness in their heart, just to forgive the person that abused them and be able to move on and move past that. Don't let the abuse define them. The abuse is a defining moment, but it should not define us. So we praying for strength. We praying for courage, that we can continue to move forward, and don't let the abuse, just be the end all be all, because too many times we have seen where the abuse has defined the person, and you can see it in their eyes. You can see it in the way they talk, and if they talk, and they're just not the same person that they used to be. You can look in their eyes and just know that something has happened to them that was tragic, and it has taken them over. So we praying that we start seeing life in their eyes, and they start realizing that their life is worth more than just that abuse. They start realizing that you can help them with any situation, no matter what it is, especially dealing with abuse. You don't like abuse, you don't love abuse, you can heal them from the abuse. So we're just praying that people just start to realize that it's healing. It ain't got to be pills from the psychiatrist. It ain't got to be none of that stuff. It can just be a conversation with you, praying to you, and understanding that if they read their Bible and understand their Bible, that they can heal from this abuse as well. Just like we heal from little scrapes and cuts when we fall on our bikes, we can also heal from this abuse as well. That scrape and that cut when we fell on our bike when we was 9 does not define us moving forward. That scrape and that cut has healed. It scabs over and it heals. You put some ointment on it, and then a few weeks later, guess what? The skin is back. You never realized the cut was there. So it's the same thing with this abuse. If you apply pressure to it, if you pray about it, if you go to God about it, you seek counseling about it, I mean real counseling, we can also heal from this abuse, and you'll look back on it and be like, that was just a scrape or a cut or a road bump in my life, but it is not how my life is go in, and not a defining, the defining part of my life. It's just a defining moment in my life. So thank you, Heavenly Father, for everything that you're doing, not just on this channel, but on Shannon channel as well, on North Free Living. I pray for my wife, every day, things that she come with these different ideas. She has ideas just coming out of everywhere. And we're just praying that, you bring the people around her, bring the people that she needs to support her and everything she's doing. She got so many visions to do, and we want to make sure that everything is accomplished. Same thing with me, and same thing with others, as we begin to understand what we're supposed to be doing, like our God-given purpose. We pray that the people that are needed to support us, and we have our own business, that they come around, and we not only able to hire them, we're able to pay them a good wage, because we're making the money and things that we need to do, and we're able to do other things like Shannon has, CBU and different things coming on. So we want to make sure that your anointing is placed over all that people that need to be there are there, that people that need to be there have the money and the means to be able to be there. And we're just thankful for everything that's going on in real estate and, in my area, the things I have going on. And then, faith-based workplace and everything as it comes together. We're just happy to see 2023, because we know that everybody did not make it to 2023. Everybody didn't wake up this morning. Some of us, we woke up and probably didn't even thank God, but we want to say thank you now for blessing us with another day. We want to make sure that every day we thank you for waking up, because everybody did not wake up. Some people closed their eyes last night, and that was the last night they was here on this earth. So we thank you for being here again. We thank you for the Wi-Fi. We thank you for the light. We thank you for the good Wi-Fi in the hotel. It didn't mess up. So we thank you for the Wi-Fi in the hotel. We thank you for this hotel and just being here. And I pray that as I drive home and as others drive home and they at work or wherever, that we get home safely, that our hands are on the steering wheel, that you guide the car or the vehicle, whatever we in, guide it to our final destination, our final place. So we thank you, Heavenly Father, for everybody coming together. We thank you for all the seeds that were sold, whether there was a seed of time, a seed of money, people that's going to watch the replay, people that's right here now doing this prayer moment and go turn around and watch the whole replay. We're just thankful for you, because a lot of people, when it comes to prayer time, you see the numbers just drop. But I'm thankful for, if it's 10 people or 20 people, however many people are here, because we all need prayer. I need prayer. My wife needs prayer. Or they need prayer. Jordan needs prayer. Tony need prayer. We all need prayer. Sometimes we might not want to admit it, but we need prayer daily because we dealing with things that happen daily. As the day goes on, things just happen. So we praying for our brother Tony as well as he deal with this person at work. We praying this person is no longer an issue. That whatever is going on with this person, that they ain't even got to work it out. But if they don't be on speaking terms, hey, it is what it is. But we're just praying that this guy, that this man, that he sees that Tony is a man that's trying to do right and trying to just keep his job and do what he need to do. So we praying for our brother. We praying for our sisters that shared about different things that happened to them as they mother, was abused as a child, that they turn around and abuse them. We praying that, the healing process just already started. And we pray that healing process can go on and on to where they're able to tell their story just like they're sharing right now. So we pray for our brothers and sisters that have been through any kind of abuse, and we pray that we just continue to move forward. So this and another blessing we ask in your son Jesus' name. Amen, amen, and amen. Man, this is, I don't know about y'all, but this was a pretty, I like this a lot. I like stuff like this. It was different. It was different, but I like it. I hit the wrong thing. Hold on. Can't hit. I had to do it one time. I had to do it at least one time. I had to hit it one time. So, man, thank y'all for being here, man. Yeah, hold on. We got to hit the final one. Hold on. Where is it? Oh, that's not it. Hey, man, the mission was not fair. Thank y'all for being here. This is it right here. Yeah. Hey, get your Nugget View Buck shirt. FaithBasedWorkplace.com. Let me see. I got to put it at the bottom. Hold on. Where is it? FaithBasedWorkplace.com. Go check out the website. Shannon shared my Instagram. Go check out my Instagram. Go follow my TikTok. You know what I'm saying? You look for real estate. You can check me out too. My matter of fact, I can put that in there if you want to. Hold on, let me put it right here. This for real estate if you want to. And notice I call it Savoy Realty Group as the thing. This is my company, not email, but this is my company. If you want to follow stuff on real estate, I got a real estate TikTok as well. You can check out Anna Real Estate Instagram. It's Realtor Solomon Savoy for Instagram and on TikTok. I think it's the same thing, Realtor Solomon Savoy. I can't remember, but it's on there. You want to follow me. You want to find out stuff about real estate. I'm going to be doing another real estate course, hopefully sometime this first quarter. I'll put some stuff together. The last one was actually a success, minus some technical issues. How you doing, Mel? Welcome. But we're going to put on another real estate course, and Shannon and I go come together. We already been talking about going on her channel and coming on my channel, trying to do some videos throughout the year. So that's gonna be a plus. I love doing videos with her anyway. She bring another element to the show, so it's always awesome to be around her and doing shows together. So we will be doing that. That's our promise. We will be doing those this year. So this year you can see we're in January, but we already, starting off with a bang. We started off with this first one. It was a serious topic about abuse, but I think it was needed. And thank y'all for being here. So hey, as we move forward through this year, and let's continue to grow. Let's continue to support. If you ain't left a Google review on Not Free Living or Faith-Based Workplace, go over there, leave a review if you like the content. I don't care if you just give me a 5-star. You ain't got to write that. So you can go to Google and type in Faith-Based Workplace LLC or type in Not Free Living LLC. You can leave a review. And any other business that's represented here, you can go leave them a review. That's how you help small businesses grow. It's the same thing over here on YouTube by leaving likes and comments. It's how more of our videos and stuff get featured and found. So thanks for that, Coach Letitia. Coach Letitia is the other mom. I forgot my sister moderated too. So Coach Letitia and Shannon was in here. So God bless both of y'all for moderating and being in here. I don't know how I could forget you, Coach Letitia, but keep her in prayer as well. Like I said, we all need prayer. So thank y'all for being here. And you ain't got to go home, but we about to get out of here. I see you, Joy. Joy, when your competition coming? Ain't it this month? I know you was practicing for the competition. I asked Shannon about it the other day. Shannon forgot to tell me. I think she was supposed to ask you, but your competition this month, Joy, is next month. I know you know what I'm talking about. Joy in competition, y'all. Sister in competition. I think it's next month, maybe. I can't remember, but yeah, Joy competes, y'all. She competes. I'm supposed to be going up to Dallas soon, probably next month. I had to teach a class up there, but actually I'm being Arlington. If it ain't next month, it'll be in March. But I don't know. Shannon might come with me. I'm gonna see. She'll come with me. So we might be in the Dallas area next month or two. So we'll see. But again, y'all, I ain't got nothing. I'm just in here rambling at this point. So I'm about to get out of here so I can go record a couple TikToks. I'm gonna use this nice backdrop right here. Use this backdrop, record some TikToks in my Nook of You Buck shirt. And I'm gonna do that and like I say, maybe create a thumbnail or two, or at least upload the thumbnail for next week live. And I got 4 of them created, so I'm gonna figure out which one we'll talk about, and we'll do that. But thank y'all again, man. God bless y'all, and we'll see y'all. We'll see y'all next time. Let me see what outro we got in. Let me see what we got. Okay.